Any interesting or favorite memories you have with other recording artists or producers you had a chance to be around or work with you want to share with viewers today, looking back now at your career so far?
Well, I got some favorite memories. Lil Keed talked to him. Lil Keed, and my brother. He came towards my hood, and he was raised on my hood. Like when he was brought to my hood, he became raised. He was raised. But I got some love memory with Keed. We was in the studio. We always been in the studio. Love memory with him. Tour, showing that on stage, shows. R5 too, also R5. Only R5. That was my brother. R5 was in my third video. It was his favorite song, Rolling Loud, actually. Go check that out. Streaming right now on our platform, Rolling Loud. R5 was in there. He always tell me, but they that one. You gotta hurry up and drop that one. You wouldn't believe it. I had something planned for that video. I supposed to shot that video out of town. He made me shoot at the studio right then and there. But yeah, little memory R5 and Keed, man. My loved one. Big too. I had my Big partner from the hood named Big. He started in rap. Little Big. Great at it too. Hard. Wish he was still here to finish out where he left at. For real. All on. I got some songs with them too. No dropping. The manager of 300 had got in contact with me from 300 Key label, Young Stoner Lifestyle. I'm gonna be on that. Put that out there. Be on there. They got something for Key. They putting together a collab. So I'm featuring on that. I got some other song with Key. I'm gonna drop on my mixtape also. Singles too. But yeah. I'm trying to see who else. Really, that's about it. But yeah.
Well, when it comes to Keed or R5, you use the phrase brother. Do you mean that literally, or are you talking figuratively speaking?
Talking figuratively speaking, like we ain't label each other as partners or homeboys. We were brothers. We were there for each other. We were doing for each other. Rock out with each other. And like, he ain't there for each other. Whenever another one down, help each other.
Now, that phrase brother that you use, is that a difference between the phrase best friend? Or is that the same thing?
Basically the same thing, but brother, the way I use brother, I use like these my real brothers. Like man, we done got the same blood. For real, for real. Like, I don't even look at you like, man, I just met you. You part of my family. So that how much love we had for each other. Like still do. For all of us.
Do you remember what age you were when you met Lil Keed for the very first time?
Also, I do. The age I was 13, actually.
And are you able to describe how you first encountered him, when you first encountered
When
him?
I first encountered him, Cleveland Avenue, who was in apartment 250. I was hot head moving, just pulling up cars here and there. I had a car I had pulled up. I was with, I'm gonna shout out another rapper. I was with my partner, Side Baby. Shout out him. I was with him in the jail. Pulled up, Key was out there. His brother introduced me to him, Stick Baby. I had been met Lil Got though. I already knew Lil Got, but Stick Baby was out there like first, like he was out there hanging like with us, like out there 24/7. But when I pulled up out there, I had hopped out the car. I had a Chrysler 300 actually, all black. I had hopped out the car. Stick Baby was like, "There go my brother Key right here, my older brother Key." I had walked up on him. I had said some all shit, but shit after that, Key like, I'm gonna be real. I said, what I say? I like, there's a lot of new faces out here. So when I said that, I was on the little me, just being me. So Key, he spoke up. He said what he said. he said some small shit. After that, we just locked in. Like, he was on that, I was on that. But shit, we had locked in. He was just telling me he do music. So I just listened to him. So I was like, boy, my brother do music. Like, all y'all do music. Y'all need to take this shit serious because they were really, like, you know, hard at the time. But us being there, we was just really wasn't taking it serious. But shit, that had met him though. But I used to go to the studio with him, walk the Mootova up and down the street. He was like, go to the studio with me. Then I ended up getting locked up, actually. I ended up getting locked up. But shit, before that, me and him locked in, we was just kicking and doing here and there with each other. He had took me to the hood, Conley. I went over there, kicked it. But shit, I had ended up getting locked up. After that, I had did some time. I was talking to him through the jail phone. He had ended up signing. Him at first, his brother, the guy that ended up signing. He did when I was out. He was like, I'm supposed to be signing, I'm supposed to be going to New York. I'm gonna fly you on Charlotte with me. I had supposed to went to New York, but I ended up getting locked up. Like, I'm talking about like 3 days before he finna fly me out. We were young too. I was ready to go to New York. I ain't never been on the plane. I was ready to get on the plane. So at the time, I'm like, man, I'm about to get on the plane, finna go down. Go to New York, meet these folk. So I really want to experience, because the only state I really been to was Miami. With my two partners, free twin, they locked up. They mama had took me out to Miami when we were young, around that age, like 12, 11. But I supposed to went to New York with Gotti and Shawty. I ain't end up going, I ended up getting locked up. After that, I was just talking to him through the jail phone. He had got signed. They were going up. Then Keed running around got signed like a month after, like 2 months after. Just talking to them, just telling me like, when you come home, everything gonna be big, man. We gonna be doing this and that, man. Yeah, you straight. Do what we doing. So I'm in there in jail. I'm just like, but I hear lit, man. I'm in there like, man, I'm getting drunk. Like the meaning, drunk behind like the wall, like being locked up. It like, you know how you drunk, but when somebody telling you something, like they telling like that word, like people use that word like, man, I'm drunk, man. Like he just told me all this, like, damn, I want to be out here having I want to do the same thing. Like I'm missing the action. Like, 'cause I got locked up like I was a hothead, so I got locked up young, so I was good. It good that I ain't see them many years. Like I knew I would come home. I had a date on it, so I wasn't really too many tripping, like bragging on it. So I really just like, man, I can't wait to get home. Like me, like I told you, like I'm the type of person like, man, I don't want to miss nothing. That's how my mind is. I'm always outside. I don't want to miss nothing. So they tell me this and that. I already ain't got no phone in there, so I'm missing a lot. Like social media back then, 2016, started getting. They were really jumped off at 2014, 15, 16. Social media started getting more popular, and like everybody started being on it. So I really wanted to like, damn man, I want to see what's going on out there. But like when I was talking to my auntie, she was like, well, ain't nothing going on, the same thing. So I was just like, shit, right. So when I talked to them, my partner, them, my brother, them, they having fun. They got down. They signed. I ain't never been around it. Like when Thug used to come to the hood, like I used to be around here sometimes. Like, but I wasn't too much like in their face. But I always just like, damn, twin got down, I made it. But he couldn't be in the hood like that. So you know he was moving like, hey, I'm here and there. He got to work. He was handling business. But yeah, he was handling business or whatever. But shit, I was just locked up like, damn, but I can't wait to get home. I'm talking to him every day. Can't wait to get down, fuck a hoe, do this, put on this jewelry, rock clothes. Mainly on the stage, I really want to just tour the life, like see the whole world. I got a chance to do that though when I came home though. But yeah, that how it was. That I met Keed though. Ever since then, he was just like, man, brotherly love, man. My brother keeper. That how it was.
Did any of his success surprise you?
What you mean, like?
Because you met him at 13 and he was talking about music, but you saw him before he signed and on his rise to success. Did any of that success that he garnered when he signed, after he signed, did any of that surprise you, or did you see this coming? From back then when you had first met him at 13 and you saw he was doing music.
I can say back then, I seen it come as in like, am my brother really take this serious? Man, it there. Like, that for all of though. You really take this serious? Like, put your feet on the gas, like, hey man, put your heart into it. Of course. Man, we there. But yeah, like back then, like, I was too busy like doing this and that. So I really like, yeah. But we weren't really focused on that. But like he started getting focused on that. So of course I started believing them. Everybody started believing them, putting support behind them, rocking out with them, going to show with them. Cause we believe in you. Like if it wasn't like that, we wouldn't believe in you. Like if nobody ain't going out with you or like supporting your music and that, they don't too much believe in you or fuck with it. So of course. But yeah, all they like, it's a pride. No, it ain't really too much a pride. It was just like, yeah, we finally made it. Then that how it was though. Like it here.
When it comes to his passing, has that been something you've publicly commented on yet?
On here passing, like commenting, like
When he passed away, have you publicly commented on his passing? Like sometimes people on social media will put a post about somebody that passed away, make a caption about it, that sort of thing. Have you made a public comment about his passing at all, or no, you've kept it private?
I made a comment. It's on my page. I made a comment. It kind of fucked me up, but like, as him being gone, I can't just let that trigger me. Cause I done had a lot of death through my situation. I mean, my loop, like my area, my surroundings. So, but like, I coming on, like, it was crazy to me how I thought of it. I ain't never would or never wanted to see him go out like that. No type of way. But like, I don't still think it's true. I don't think it's true. But I do gotta tell his ass something. But your ass stupidly fuck, man. I love you, death boy, but you stupidly fuck, boy. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Where did you publicly make this comment? Was it Instagram?
Yeah, with Instagram.
For people watching this, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share your screen name on Instagram?
Booley, Booley .1. New Instagram also. It was Booley 1 without the dot. But yeah, it's new on Instagram, new one. Go follow me right now at Booley.1. Booleyy. It got 2 Y's on the end.
What happened to the previous Instagram?
It got disabled. Like I had downloaded the app and like I had probably like 2,000 followers, but I ain't know some of them people, so I really like trying to go ahead and get them folk like, or I wasn't really like communicating with some of the people, so I was really trying to like delete them. And some of them pages were like when you being used. So as I was going to go delete them, the app was telling me I have a certain amount up to how many I can delete. So as I was deleting them, it gave me another amount. Then it had finally said something like, "Is you a robot or something?" So I get it that I was hacking my page or just unfollowing people. So they had disabled my account, Instagram. I've been trying to get it back though. I had text them and all that, but I don't think they budge. So I made a new one.
How did you hear the news of his passing?
Got a call. Actually, before I got a call, my baby mom told me. She had woke me up. She had tell me. And like, but I ain't really like, thank you, nothing of it. Like, man, it's cap. But I got, my phone kept ringing. As it kept ringing, Shawty called me. When Shawty called me, he was like, "Man, boy, you know, got any keys that pad?" I said, "Man, you kept them when I really just woke up." But I think God was calling me too, but I was asleep though. I had just left the studio. I was leaving the studio like 5, 6 in the morning. So by the time I got home, I got there. I think I was just burnt, tired. But soon as I went to sleep, that when the call coming. The call coming through. So I had returned the call, answered it. They told me. Then when I had got his brother on the phone, it was true. So I just really just sit up and just like you know, just talking to God.
Did you attend the candlelight vigil, the viewing, or the funeral by any chance?
Also, of course, attend the candlelight and the funeral. Had to. Didn't want to, but had to.
Do you remember the last time you communicated with Keed before he passed?
Actually, I do. I communicated with him 2 days after, 3 days after. I can't remember, it was 2 or 3, most definitely 2 or 3 days. I was on Facetime with him and got it and Stick Baby, actually.
And what was that conversation or that FaceTime like?
About music and, you know, cause there was a lot going on around the time, so it was about like really just motion, having your own motion, like creating your own motion. But basically just focus on like music, like, hey, we out here, we gotta move right. But yeah.
You said something earlier in this portion of questions like, you don't believe it. What did you mean by that when you say you don't believe it? You don't believe he passed away, or you don't believe how he passed, or the reasoning for his passing, or?
I don't believe that he passed away. Like, it wasn't like, he ain't just give me a signal of like death, like my brother did. He ain't just like, it wasn't, I was just numb to it. Like, it wasn't just raw. Like, I ain't feel it. Like, hey, I'm numb to it. So, I ain't really just believe it.
Anything else you want to mention about Keed, or a question you weren't asked people want to know about him?
You said, Keed, good
Yeah.
father. One thing I say about him, when I was around him like 24/7, was just being with him. He never played about his child, his little girl. He always loved her. That one thing he always talked about. If it wasn't music, besides even music, like, she was the first thing. Like, did something I know he was living up to, was taking care of her, doing right for her, you know, succeeding his goals. He still did. Like, but yeah, he was always, yeah. By his little girl, he always went and go get her every morning. I'm gonna go get my little girl, go get her. He was there for her. But music too, like he loved the music. I always stayed in the studio, ready to make a song, quick in and out too. But yeah.
Now you have your own son, correct?
For sure.
Okay, your only child. You had your child after he had his child?
Mm-hmm.
Was that... Go ahead.
He had a child. Yeah, he had a child. I had my child after him, some years after.
Was that something you ever talked to him about? Father, parent advice, that sort of thing, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I always just, you know, me and him always communicate. I always, like, he was like, boy, I always see, you know, you could be just out there with your little girl, your little boy. Like, he would eat fat too. So he was like, when you have your child, go get them, you know, a head and eat fat or whatever. It's a culture. But he would tell me, like, you know. But like, me and him, I always used to talk about, like, the thing he wanted to do when his daughter get older, and the thing he was gonna do, actually. I wish he was here to do it. I know she gonna do it though, but yeah, I always just like, when I get my son, you know, our kids, they go play with each other, they go know each other. They ain't go too much like have to worry about meeting new friends or being around older folk unless they, you know, they chose to. But they go up to knowing each other, like how we did. Just keep the circle how it is. You know. They were all my partner kids though. But yeah, he gave me some advice though. Like, I already knew, like, be there for your kid, do this for your kid. Like, don't never let your baby mama, like, you know, oh, you can't see your child, none of that. Hey, man, I'm pulling up. Wherever you at with my child, you ain't telling me nothing. So I already been on that, like, I'm never not gonna be, like, not there for my child. Like, even if it wasn't for him, but I always seen him, like, he was the father. Didn't play.
Are you also a part of that culture?
Oh, yeah, also, of course. Shout out Baba.
And was he the one that introduced you to that, or you were already introduced to that prior?
I mean, I've been heard about it, and I've been thinking about, like, joining. But, like, when I came home, yeah, he most definitely, like, introduced me. But then, like, he most definitely introduced me to it. Like, you know, showed me the way. Like, he took me to go, you know, get ahead and all that. And then when I became, you know, E5, and then he was just telling me be on it, like, Mauritius and all them, do for them, feed them, my ancestors, feed them my ancestors and all. But yeah.
Anything else on the topic of Lil Keed while we're at it?
I love you, kid. I wish we was still here. I wish you was still here, I mean, to make this good music, this great music, amazing music. And be here for your family. They miss you, they love you, and your brother.
When it comes to music, the songs you have with Keed so far that you two collaborated on, none of them have been public?
No. I tried to leak one but nah, they ain't been public. They ain't out yet. But soon to be. I think they get done with his mixtape. The manager, the A&R, he hit me up. I should be on there. He had sent me a mix. He would ask me, do I like my mix and mix on the song? I had made extra. I would go drop it on my tape. But somehow they had got the song and they would go drop it. But since the song I thought they would go put on there, I'm gonna put it on my tape. Featuring Got It. Also, I got more music with him. I just lost him. I don't know where the hell he at. I'm long gone.
How many songs do you think you recorded with him?
Probably up like 8, actually. Only got like 3, 4 en route. 3, 4 en route.
Is there a title to this tape you're referring to?
Mm-hmm. Pour meals, 2 more meals.
Care to share the meaning behind that title?
The meaning?
Yeah.
The meaning, like, poor meals. Now, I came from poor meals to more meals, which meaning I'm on the way to get these millions. Lots. Yeah. So, like, me, how could I say it? Basically swapping over from poor to rich. So I went from poor meals to more meals. I just like it how I said it, so it's actually hard.
Is that a title you came up with or someone coined for you?
I came up with it, sitting down thinking hard. Came up with it. So when I came up with it, I just went off top, like, mother hard. So I had posted on social media, gave the fans, partners, everybody, asked them what they think about it. Everybody like, well, that move hard. One of my brothers, he was like, man, I'm still in there. The other one like, man, I need it. So I just knew I most like, yeah, I did that one. But if it was in the other artist hand, like a big artist, it won't definitely be that one. Everybody be like, but it's hard. So shit, I know it'd be hard, like, soon I pop out with it. But yeah, I came up with it, poor meals to more meals.